Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I want to do a palette bingo. I want to do a palette bingo with my Kaleidos Futurism palettes. I have all 7 here. All 7. The original 3, and then they released 2 more, and then they released 2 more. I honestly think they should release another one of these. I think they should release another 2. I think it'd be really, really great. I was kind of thinking about doing this because I really want to pick up the 2 quads they have, which is the Cold Brew and I don't know what the black and silver one is called, but they have 2 quads and like loads of blushes, and I really want to buy that collection. But I'm kind of just like on a bit of a no buy just at the moment, like nothing dramatic, just like for a month, maybe the next 6 weeks, and just like kind of taking a step back from purchasing things just to or not buy stuff. So I just really wanted to do a palette bingo with the palettes that I've already got. I have actually got all of the other Kaleidos palettes, like the Club Nebula, the Escape Pod, and the, and you call it the Daft Punk, but it's not, it's the Flower Punk palette. I have those as well, but those don't have pop-out magnetic pans. These ones do. And I thought I could pop it in an Eyelure palette and then I could actually see what the palette bingo would look like. So yeah, it's just a bit of a fun one today. I thought we'd just test my abilities to put colours together and have a bit of fun with some palettes that I already have in my collection. So if that sounds like a little bit of you, then keep on watching. So of course there's 7 of these palettes, and within each of them there are 6 shadows. There's like 2 ways I could do this. I could randomly generate which palettes I use and then which pans I use within those palettes. But I think for just today, like I can always do it that way, but I think today I'm going to pick one random shade out of each of these palettes and just randomly generate a number between 1 and 6, and then I'll go from like 1 to 6 and pick one from each palette and see what look I can create from there. If you enjoy this sort of thing, I can definitely do this again with these palettes and randomly generate what palettes I pick up as well. So let's start off in numerical order. I've set up a little random number generator on my phone, so let's open the first one, which is the Futurism Sci-Fi Green, and I hold these this way up so that the writing is facing this way. So this is how I'm gonna hold it. This is number 1 all the way through to number 6. So what first shade are we gonna get? Ready? Number 1. It says number 1 there. Can you see that? Number 1. Okay, which is this shade here. And this shade is called Radioactive. So I'm going to pop that in the palette. Number 1. So next up we have Futurism 2 Cyber Bronze, 1 through till 6. And let's roll the dice. Number 5. Can you see that? Number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have a very neutral look today. And this shadow is called Y2K. In the palette it goes. Okay, the next one, Futurism 3, and this is the Astro Pink palette. Let's roll the dice. Number 5 again. Okay, number 5. I don't know if you can see that, but it's number 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, we're gonna have an all matte neutral look. This is gonna be the most boring palette bingo ever. And this one is called Stardust. We're looking pretty neutral. Okay, okay. So the next palette we have is Futurism 4, and this is the Electro Turquoise. If we get the only neutral in this palette, I'm literally, this is gonna be so frustrating if we do. Okay, ready? Oh god, an advert popped up and okay, sorry, it just said number 2, but I didn't actually roll it like that. It pinged away, okay? So here we go, ready? Roll. Number 3. Number 3. Oh my god! We have a colour! This is going to be so difficult to put with that pinky shade. It's going to look awful. This is the shade Tron. It's really, really pretty. In the palette it goes. This is going to be a really interesting look. We then have the Kaleidos Futurism 5. Again, we're going to get some colour in here because this is all colour. So let's roll the dice. Number 4. Number 4. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Bright orange. Okay. This is the shade Boss, and it is literally like a What's It orange. Okay. This one is Futurism 6 Lunar Lavender. This one here. Let's roll the dice. Number 3. Number 3. Can you see that? Number 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. We might actually have an inner corner highlight colour. Praise be. And this shade is called Dreamscape. This is a very, very peculiar colour story. In the neutral palette we go. This one is Futurism 7 Sashimi City. I always forget the name of this one. Rolling the dice. Number 5. Number 5. Did we get any number 6s? I don't think we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A salmon. And this is called Salmon Skyline. So here is our palette bingo palette. What? I'm not mad at this. Like, I'm really not mad at this. This is actually kind of funky. What I'm thinking is, and I'll move them back in a moment, but what I'm thinking is these three can go together nicely. These three kind of go together nicely. This one's good across all of them because it's kind of like a warm toned, neutral-ish brown. But that's kind of got that lavendery undertone. That's lavender there. This is salmony, this is yellowy, so these three will go together. And then the blue is kind of like a juxtaposition between these three. So I feel like we could actually do pretty well here. I've just got a lot of shades to play around with. I think this is going to definitely have to be my outer corner and this is going to be my inner corner. So it's just a case of working out what I can do. Hello, welcome to my eyeballs. I'm going to apply the Juvias Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Eye Primer. I've got mine in the shade 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into that like yellowy shade here. It's kind of like a yellowy brown, and I'm just going to put this all throughout the crease because this is the shade that's going to kind of blend in with everything. I'm going into this purple from the Lunar Lavender palette, and I'm going to use that in my inner corner. I might go back into that shade to kind of re-intensify that as an inner corner later, but I'm just going to put that down, just kind of set the tone and keep that space open for it. I'm then going to go into this salmony shade here, and I'm going to start building that in the outer half, maybe like outer 2/3 of the eye in the crease. I'm also going to just take it on the lower half of the lash line as well. With the same little fluffy brush that still has remnants of the salmon shade on, I'm going to go into this bright orange, and okay, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to put this essentially all through the crease, but not like in the crease, kind of like on the lid, like this. And then I'm going to go into this blue, turquoisey blue shade, and essentially just like put it over the lid, I think. I'm not sure if that looks awful or not. I'm going to go into the like purpley shade here, and I just want to put it in this little gap. And then I'm going to go into this one, which is the deepest shade that I have, and put this in the outer corner. I'm just going to go back into the yellow and just with the fluffy brush just go on top of everything. I should have worn my shadow shields, that was a mistake. And then go back into the orange. And I just want to tuck that literally right into the crease. And then I'm just going to re-intensify with that blue on my finger. I've literally just picked up a tiny amount. I'm not mad at this. I think I need to try a different brush with that inner corner of the purple, that lavendery shade, and just see if I can drag it into the inner corners and down there a little bit more as well. Honestly, purple wouldn't be my choice. Like, I think this by itself looks really lovely. That purpley pink I think kind of adds a bit of an element into it that I probably wouldn't choose. And I'm just going to take a smidgen of that purpley shade as well, just literally touching at the tip of my brush. Okay, do I love it? No. Do I hate it? No. I'm gonna go off and just repeat this on the other eye. I think once we like just tidy up underneath where my cheek with a bit of fallout and get some like mascara on and everything, I think it could look kind of cute. Okay, I am back and this is the eye look complete. I think I'm kind of happy with it. I think this eyeshadow story is like nice, but I probably wouldn't pair all these things or like all 7 shadows together all at once. I think using just like a couple of them, maybe like 3 or 4, would probably been a nicer way for me to use this palette, you know, using these two, and maybe the pop of blue or something like that. But actually it's forced me to play around with shadows that I probably wouldn't have put together to begin with. So I actually think this palette bingo is pretty successful. It's not my favourite look I've ever done, but honestly, like, it is wearable in terms of like I would happily wear it out of the house. I didn't put any blush or highlight on. Should I have done that? I'm just going to use the Pat McGrath, what is this called? Pat McGrath Divine Blush and Glow Trio in Galactic Sun. Because why not? There we go, now we're complete. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this palette bingo. I really enjoyed the Kaleidos quality anyway, so I think whatever the colour selection, I would have liked it anyway, just because I really, really like the colour story. Let me zoom you back in. I did pop on a pair of lashes just for a little bit of like drama, a little bit of dramatic effect. What do you think? My skin's looking really dry today, so please ignore that, but what do you think? I think it's like not too bad. I quite like it. I really like the sparkle going across the lid. I feel like that's quite nice. And that like pop of orange coming out the crease. Let me know if you'd like to see more palette bingos from me. I think I enjoy doing these and I think I will do this again. If you want to see the Kaleidos Futurism palettes again, let me know. Or if you'd like to see me do them with like a different selection of my collection, then also let me know. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's been fun just to sort of sit down and play with some makeup. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, give me a thumbs up. If you've done a palette bingo, then let me know how successful you were and how difficult it was. I feel like this really has... it put a challenge on me, you know, to put all the colours together and create some semblance of a look. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. Subscribe if you haven't already and ring the bell because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload. I upload 3 to 4 videos a week, roughly every other day where I can. So yeah, ring the bell to be notified on that. But yeah, apart from that, thank you so much again. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.